In this video, I'll now show you how to insert a linked file into your own file utilizing the shared coordinate system. Now in the previous video, this grid was inserted using the project base point method. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to insert the original file, which is, let's call it the architectural file, into the grid file. So in order to do that, let's first close this and open up the structural grid file. Now we can go in here, insert, link Revit, do the arc file, project base point to project base point, and they're already talking to each other, meaning these two files, so they'll come into the same location. Now let me undo that. Now if we insert link Revit again, we do the architectural file. Now we go to auto by shared coordinates and we hit open. You'll see here that the architectural file is up above the grid this time. And that's because if we look right here at our survey point, and we know that that intersection of the red plane is the shared coordinate system, that's the insertion point that both files use. So the grid file shared coordinate system point is at this location, and then if we went back to the linked file or the architect's file, it is right there in that file. So it's in the wrong spot. So to fix this, we can do it one of two ways. First, let me undo this, is we know if we go into the other file, I'm going to have to close this. We know that the project base point or the corner of this building is 10 foot in the east-west and 10 feet, well, 10 feet east and 10 feet north of the survey point and shared coordinate system in the architecture file. So if we go back to the grid, we can actually move this to that location. Now, in order for this to work, we have to make sure that the survey point is actually clipped in this case. If this was unclipped, this will move free from the shared coordinate system, because you can see that the coordinate numbers here change when you move it. If I undo that, but if I clip it, that system still stays at 0. So what we'll do is let's move this to here first, and then we'll just move it 10 feet. I'll just type that in, and we'll move it 10 feet down. Okay, so from here, let me just hit save. If we insert the architecture file, we say auto by shared coordinates. Let's hit open, and now you can see that the file is inserted at the correct location. Now that's great because I know where all the points are, but if you're dealing with different files, multiple files, you may not know exactly where the shared coordinate system is, and it might be a very large project and it will be hard. You may know the numbers, but it may be hard to locate that or move certain points around. So I'm going to undo this a couple times and get the SCS or the shared coordinate system for this file back at this same location. I'm going to hit save, and now we're going to go back to the original architect's file, and what we can do here is there's a nice tool that we can basically publish or acquire coordinates of other linked files. There's some other options here too for coordinates, but we're just going to focus on these two: acquire coordinates and publish coordinates. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to tell Revit that the coordinates that are in this architect's file, we want to give those coordinates to the linked file, which is the structural grid file in this case. So since we're giving the coordinates, we're going to publish the coordinates to the other file. So we're going to click publish, and then if you look down here, it'll say select the linked project to which to publish the coordinate system, and all you do is you simply click on the linked file, and you're going to get this window will pop up. We only have one location. I do have plans for a video later on that we will manipulate locations, but for right now, we're not going to do anything here. We're just going to hit OK. And then when we hit to save the file, you'll see we've changed the position of the linked file for the grid. So basically all we want to do is just click save, which saves the new position back to the link. And now that everything is saved, we're going to close out of the architecture file. Now, if you see here on this is the structural grid file that we're about to open, but you can see the project base point is in the bottom left corner that we had before, and before the shared coordinate system was here at the intersection of A and 1. Now, when we open this, you'll now see that the survey point and the shared coordinate system are now here at the bottom left corner. And if you look at the project base point, we have the 10-foot and the 10-foot coordinates that we have in the other architects file. So that being said, we'll go to Link Revit, pick the architects file, auto by shared coordinates, click open, and you'll see again that now the file is inserted at the correct location.